Why don't gay black men like black barbershops? A very, very good question. And I talked about this in another video. Shout out to my guy, once again, Jay, aka Mr. Goodard Proctor. This whole situation, full blog post on it on justinj1232.com. I hate going into black barbershops. Um, I don't like it. I don't. It does. I hate it. I hate it. I've always hated it, and I think that my experiences with black men is the reason why. And before we even get started, I want to just kind of, this is about black men. This is about black people, black community. I'm not talking about Asians, I'm not talking about Latinos, I'm not talking about Filipinos, I'm not talking about white people, I'm talking about black people. Because that's the majority of my experience. I'm not generalizing, trying to generalize, I'm just giving my experience so we can educate and fix this problem going forward. And I don't want to hear on what white people do it, they do it, because I'm tired of y'all saying that shit. Some people saying that shit like white is the standard. Like if they do it, then everybody else. Stop that mindset. With that being said, let me go ahead. I've been out since I was 14, 15 years old. Been out, a black gay man that's been out and just comfortable. Grew up, middle school, high school, being called faggot, sweet boot ass nigga, all types of stuff. And over the experience, growing up, has made me have a disdain towards black men. That's sort of the issue why I did not like the whole Black Lives Matter movement. I think it included me. And when I went on certain Facebook pages and things, I saw comments, derogatory comments about black men and black gays and lesbians, all that type of stuff. So it just kind of just always like, girl, they're just not here for me. So, I've educated myself on that and stopped generalizing it because all black men are not like that and all people in the Black Lives Matter movement are not like that. But I think it goes for my experiences, period, with being in high school, middle school, and all that type of stuff. And the black barbershop is kind of like the most masculine you will get, period. I ain't gonna lie, I freeze up, I tense up when I walk around black heterosexual men. I don't know why. That's just what I do. My body does that, and I feel uncomfortable, and I feel like I can't breathe sometimes. And it's very weird, not all the time, but I'm just like, especially in the barbershop, I'm not comfortable. And somebody made a good point. Like somebody was like, Justin, why are you not comfortable? You're not comfortable at the black barbershop or at the barbershop period. Why don't you go somewhere else? If I was to do that, especially in Memphis, I'll be going to every barbershop in every fucking Friday, every fucking weekend. I'll be going. Black barbershops are where we have conversations. They have conversations about everything. And you just really get to hear ignorant ass opinions and ignorant ass facts and shit that people think is fact. Just like yesterday, I was listening to, I went to the barbershop yesterday, as you can tell. And that's why I wanted to wait till today to do it, because I was at the barbershop. And this was about the first time that I was just really, really comfortable. It wasn't that many people in there. And, being in Atlanta, there's a lot of black gay men in Atlanta. So it's just like, what I'm kind of like the masculine versus all the other black men in Atlanta. They're used to seeing it, all that type of stuff. Versus Memphis, they'll smell you out and they'll talk about you like, I had to, tell my guy, Adrian about how Memphis is as far as, they're not open-minded. And I'm not saying it's just in the South. We have to fix this problem. We're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to fix this problem. We're gonna have to do something about it. So I think that's why, purpose of this video and this blog post. I went to the barber shop and, I felt good. But the other times I've been there have been conversations about, black gay men destroying the black family and all that type of stuff, and bringing AIDS and HIV. And I never will forget when I went and got tested years ago, around my first time, and I went with my best friend. And this man was saying that, mixing vagina juice and booty juice or something, he said, creates HIV. And I was just like, wow, wow, wow. These people really are not educated. And this was back, 15, not 15, bitch, I said 15 years ago, like I'm old as fuck. This was like, when was this? I think it was like, I'm 28. I think this was like 7 years ago. Yeah, 7 years ago. This was a long time ago. And just in the barbershop, that's the type of conversation that you hear. And the barbershop just seems to be just a place where I just think a lot of gay black men just don't. When we hear stupid shit like that, we just put our headphones on. We just don't want to hear it. We just, girl, this is just some. I ain't in here for a minute. But a lot of us kind of just tone it down just a little bit to conform, and I hate that we have to, but it just seems like we're not featured there. Like they just don't. I hate going to the barbershop sometimes, especially in Memphis. I used to hate it. I used to hate it. I used to hate it. And I remember the first time I spoke out against some man who was making comments, about gay people. And for that, I was shunned. I was not in that, like, he was trying to come at me, but he didn't have no valid point to argue me. So when I left, he talked about me like a dog. And somebody else had to come and tell me, I'm just like, why do some of you heterosexual black men give a fuck so much what the fuck I'm doing with my booty hole and my dick? I just don't understand that shit. I don't give a fuck that you got 20 baby mamas. I don't give a fuck that you can't pay your car note. I don't give a fuck that you leasing fucking rims. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about, you going to work. I don't give a fuck about you what size suit you wearing. Heterosexual black men. I don't care about what you're doing like that. I care about if you're doing well. But why are you so, and why do you want to come down on me for being gay? I don't understand it. That's why I get so irritated when people like Godzilla, whatever her name is, says shit like I'm black first before I'm gay. And no, bitch, in my fucking what's my girl name? Kim damn, I call her Kim. I better call her Kim Kardashian. K Michelle voice. It's just like I'm black and I'm gay. I mean, just because you can't see it doesn't mean anything. Okay, my thing is you can see it because we've been taught colors and all that type of shit and da 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 da. So you can't really see that I'm gay. You can kind of generalize me, and because you can kind of put your finger on my color, almost just a little bit, not as much. So it's kind of complicated. It's kind of a little bit complicated on that. It's just, but we think that if a man acts a certain way, he's gay. Just like the guy with Chris with Real Housewives of Atlanta. He's not, he's not gay. He's married to King Fields and all that type of stuff, but we assume because he's feminine that he's gay, and he's not. So it's just like we just generalize people at birth based off of our interactions. I think that's why we need a little bit more culture and get to understanding and be around people, so we can understand that everybody's not like that. So I just think when I go to the barbershop, it's just I have to hear negative things, and I think some of the problem is that we don't speak up for ourselves a little bit. We don't want to. And, you're like, a couple of folks I know, some of y'all ask, to myself, you don't experience these problems, maybe because you're not comfortable with your sexuality. That's why. I mean, you probably use non-gender specific pronouns, talking about, and probably act like you're dating girls when you don't. So they don't think you're gay. For somebody like me that's not going to sit up, if I'm talking about dating a man, I'm going to say a man. I'm not, if I'm on the phone with my friend and I'm talking about a date, I'm going to say he. Some of y'all don't do that shit. You get quiet. I've noticed I pay attention to how you tweet. I pay attention to how you on Facebook. I pay attention on Instagram. I never forget when this guy I respected well, and I commented, I said, you look really cute in this picture, and he deleted the comment or something. He's not out, and he's not comfortable with his sexuality. So I unfollow him. I hate that. And it's just like, how some of y'all gonna tell somebody to be comfortable when you're not even comfortable with yourself? That's part of the problem. I can understand we kind of conforming sometimes, but we shouldn't have to, period. But I can understand sometimes to protect ourselves because we know how ignorant people are. But just like some of y'all ask, some of us unfortunately, do things to make people see that we're heterosexual when clearly we're not. And everybody knows that we're not. So this is type of the kind of the issue, why black barbershops will always kind of be uncomfortable for out black gay men. Is because we feel like, and not all of them are like that. I went to one, like the one I went to, I didn't feel bad. I was comfortable. But my experience is being taunted and discriminated on and just talk crazy and just gay bashed in high school, middle school, and elementary school. Black men just make me feel uneasy based off of my experiences with them. And I'm glad now that I'm better with it, but I'm not gonna sit up here and lie that my body reacts to it. Like I just feel uncomfortable. So when I go into a barbershop, this is the most masculine place ever. So I'm just not 100% comfortable with myself, or just being myself. I feel like I have to. If I say something wrong, they're gonna be looking at me crazy or fuck up my hairline. Okay, my hairline already disappearing. Okay, like Rihanna's album sales right now. It's just like her concert tickets. Well, not her concert. Her child. She went from arenas to venues, but it is what it is, and yeah, it's interesting. Black people, we got to get together. We got to kind of fix the problem. We have to respect everybody. Everybody. We have to respect everyone's lifestyles. We just have to do a bit bigger job because it's getting ready to be hard in the next 30, 40 years. This is getting ready to be the most interesting elections I think in our lifetime so far. It's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff at stake. And I was just reading a blog article not too long ago. They were saying, in the future, um, more than half of the black gay men will be HIV positive. We've got to do the work. We've got to do the work, and the work starts with us. And I look at some of these comments, and sometimes when I talk about black gay issues or gay issues period, I see dislikes, and I see comments like some people are not featuring me talk about it. Some people just seems like when your comments come from hate, y'all be just some of y'all just be so upset that I'm a black gay man and I'm comfortable. Let me tell you something. I am like unlike any of these bloggers y'all got me confused with. I will tell you several times I am a black gay man and I'm not afraid to talk about black gay issues. And this is no shade to anybody else, but it's just the fucking truth. I'm not scared to tell you in your face that I'm gay. I will not sit up here and conform and sit up here and say some shit just to get your clicks and likes. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And you gonna respect me for liking dick, and you gonna respect me for liking ass. You ain't got no choice. If your religious views got you so pressed to the fact that you don't like, stop watching me gossip and talk shit any goddamn ways, okay? You shouldn't be pressed about any of that. So don't come into me. We're a religion-free zone here at the J's. We respect people's opinions and all that type of stuff. But girl, don't come in here trying to preach down and tell somebody how they need to be doing based off of what you believe in or who you pray to. I mean, that's just how it works. Girl, I know I done pissed some folk off with that, but we'll be okay. But read out and check out this post about black men, and I want this to kind of start a conversation. And I want people to tell me, email me at justin@justinj1232.com and tell me of some of your experiences with dealing with it, because we have to fix it and find out what the problem is and discuss it. And hopefully, this gets around and we start understanding one another. So let's start the discussion. It doesn't necessarily have to be the barbershop. It can be a whole bunch of places. So let's have the discussion. Thank y'all so much for having me. I hope y'all having a lovely Wednesday afternoon, and I will talk to y'all later. Deuces.